Detroit Lions taking on Zach Wilson and the New York Jets.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Detroit Lions. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis with you from our broadcast perch. And Charles, as we get this thing started, what are you going to be keeping your eye on?
Special teams. Field position is always a big determiner in a ball game. Who sets their offense up for success the best, that team will win the game.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're led out by a former #2 overall pick in the draft from BYU, and Zach Wilson.
And what was really attractive about Zach Wilson coming out of college, coming out of BYU, his ability to create and make plays when many people thought they didn't exist. But what's been even better is watch him improve in the pocket, able to hit the back foot, make the right read, and the right throws.
Play action. It's Wilson. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
Paul on to give up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
But one of the things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
The Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. From the 50, it's Goff. He's got this to Williams, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Jamison Williams, 50 yards. And the Lions get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. They said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last time they call his number in this one.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Xavier Gibson now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives. And
his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And New York set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick six, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Play action. Now Wilson. Going up top. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a little extra on top of the big play there.
It's tough for guys rushing the passer, but you have to know when the ball is gone. And if you listen, officials will tell you ball's gone. He didn't pull up.
Here's Wilson to throw. Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going for. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Zach Wilson, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are back within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Zerline good with a PAT, and that'll make our score 14-7. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was Zach Wilson who took it in himself on the touchdown run to cap it off. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. It'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. John Kaminsky. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on 3rd down. Steps away to his left. And this one will be taken up. They'll spot it right at the 7. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Detroit's offense ready to take over. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 2 yards to go, 2nd down. They'll run for the first time with a speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
The big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line. The whole blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Montgomery is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. Now Goff on 3rd and goal.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Badgley able to punch this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. They'll run with Hall. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get the USC man, Elijah Vera Tucker. Here comes 3rd down and 7. Wilson. Being chased down, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Flying in for that sack, Aiden Hutchinson. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Oh, it's a wobbler here. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here's Goff. And this one is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Goff.
He's got right on the short throw.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the 1st down.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and the lead will hold at 10.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
That's multiple times now he's tagged them with a big gain with his legs. Really showing off some nice awareness and the ability to correctly realize when he's got a chance to tuck it and go himself.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Wilson. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
But whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's Wilson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Again, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
No surprise to see his sideline fired up by that big play. Heck, we're fired up, and we're supposed to be neutral. That's a quarterback putting his body on the line to fight and just barely get the 1st down. When he does something like that, it gets everyone ready to lay it all out there and try and match his intensity.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
Some good, strong running right there. Some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
They'll bring a tight end in motion.
Hall again on 2nd down.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall.
A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Jets have cut it back within a score. A strong run there, boy, when he gets it, especially around the goal line, like a bull in a china shop.
And none of us ever want to confront that bull in any china shop, do we? Any more than we want to confront him. Got behind his pads, ran with power, and got into the end zone.
What an asset around the goal line, a guy like that.
It's almost like a safety blanket, isn't it? When all else fails, hand it to this big back and let him power his way forward.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw into the hands of Reynolds here.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. On first down, Goff. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Solomon Thomas, they'd love to see that from him as he slips in for the sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now it's gone.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. They'll try the middle with Montgomery.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there.
It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. The Lions got a very strong performance out of their quarterback, Jared Goff. He connected on a touchdown pass in that first half, and that's a big part of why his guys lead at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. DJ Reed, who played in college at Kansas State, made the tackle.
2nd and 5.
Goff. That is caught. Josh Reynolds.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
23 yards the pickup there. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Back to throw. Goff. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not.
The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly, and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the 1st. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
Well, that's a down and distance coaches always talk about trying to avoid, isn't it? I mean, that's 3rd and long. And you just know they're pinning their ears back and coming after him. Sometimes even with extra pressure.
And he knew that. I mean, he knew they were coming. He just fumbled it.
Yeah, he knew it. The offensive line knew it. Everyone did. Yet the pressure was still there, and he ended up coughing it up.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically the football hoping to catch him off balance.
2nd and goal now.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jets have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Zerline now for the PAT. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And it was capped off by a Breece Hall touchdown run.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Yeah, they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line.
So out now come the Lions.
Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And 3rd, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done. Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 2nd down, here's Goff.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
From the gun on third down, Goff.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6.
To throw is Goff.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman, the ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now Goff on first down. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it second down.
Now back to the ground. Here's Gibbs.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, and go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
On 1st and 10.
Quinnen Williams getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Off play action. Here's Goff. Throw left side complete. That's right. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Throws out left. It's caught by Williams.
And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down. Badgley's kick is good, and that'll bring him back within a point.
So that gets him a little closer as he converts there, but you have to think back to the field goal he missed earlier.
Right now, that's the difference between leading and trailing. So at this moment, he's reciting that kicker's prayer that we know so well. Just give me one more shot before this one's said and done.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns, so this game is flipped. They were down, now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode, had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
Well, my cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go. Well, so much for getting separation. No chance there. Locked down tight, forcing the incompletion on that attempt.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson sliding out of the pocket. There's a short one caught by Uzama. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. They go play action with Wilson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. A little too amped up there, got to him before he had a chance to catch it.
Another example of players in tough spots getting the protection that they deserve. Got to make sure that he's able to catch the ball before you get to him.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This is 2nd and 8.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he's going to get this down close to a 1st at about the Jets' 28. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding.
Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party.
So 3rd down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal. Goff now looking to throw.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And he stopped immediately there. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Goff on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Lions are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Here's Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Open man right side is St. Brown. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost.
And in for the Lions, touchdown. Sam Laporta from 6 yards away.
And the Lions have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Goff looking to throw. And he's going to go rid of
because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
On the return is Xavier Gibson. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here's Wilson and the Jets. Down by 5. A little under 2.5 to go. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning as they've got it 1st and 10. Wilson now off the bootleg. Steps away. And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. John Kaminsky
picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Here comes 2nd down.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
On the move to his left. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Well, this has certainly turned into a showcase game for what he can do on the ground because they're just continuing to give him chances to run it, and he's earning every additional carry by putting up positive yardage on each run.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Throwing now is Wilson.
This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Oh, and this is a touchdown or bust drive, and that will definitely help their cause. What a time to come up with a play like that. And now, plenty of time to try and finish this drive in the end zone and take the lead.
Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Here's 2nd down and 3.
Wilson to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down.
Here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, Charles, a pretty exhilarating finish.